It is unfortunately time to return to Anime Exposed. I'm gonna be stuck doing this as long as I did Discount Hoven. Holy fucking crap. So, the last couple things we covered on them, they had a ton of imagery that was ripped out of Yu-Gi-Oh! And Evangelion. Specifically, stuff meant to make it seem like anime was of the devil. And then they ended up making arguments, because there were kids who would watch stuff like Attack on Titan. They would make arguments that, like, anime is a cartoon, but it shows adult material in it. And that's bad. That's horrible. Again, by this argument, we can categorize any entertainment at all and say that, oh, because there are certain types of entertainment within this giant field of entertainment that are geared towards adults, the entire thing is meant to corrupt children by making them watch adult shit. I believe this is the continuum fallacy. Could be wrong. Please correct me in chat if I am wrong. So, let's continue with their exposing of anime.
I'd say it's not suitable for any audience, let alone children. It may seem cute and colorful, but its main protagonists, which, by the way, are supposed to be 14-year-olds, are often in
Why is it loading?
Compromising scenes with extreme nudity. Here in the United States, pedophilia is a big no, and it's a super sensitive topic.
Okay, so wait, I have to say, here in the United States? No, pedophilia is just a big no, period. The transformation scenes in Sailor Moon do have nudity because the characters are literally changing uniforms, but mind you, when a transformation sequence is happening, you can't see anything, right? Do we have to play we'll get copyright struck if I do that. I was going to say, do we need to play an actual transformation sequence from the original Sailor Moon in the American dub? But again, we'd get copyright hit immediately. So, I need to go ahead and point that out here. Also, characters being put in compromising situations. Define a compromising situation. I know they showed a picture, or no, they showed a bit of one of the sailors about to kiss the other one. Okay, they didn't show any context, though. And it's been 2 decades since I watched Sailor Moon growing up, so I couldn't give you the context, but if you are a fan of Sailor Moon in the comment section below, maybe you'll be able to give me the context for what happened there. Alright, let's continue.
That girl looks 7 years old.
Kawaii.
Way too early to be worried about boys falling in love with them.
Okay. You showed a child having a crush on another child. That happens in all media. Mind you, if your argument is going to be that there is a cutoff age where children should not be allowed to date or have sex, which I agree with 110%. If you are pro-pedophilia, please get the fuck out of this channel. But let me look something up for you. What age was Mary when she got pregnant? Apocryphal accounts, while unproven, as all historical records in this case would be, state that at the time of her betrothal to Joseph, Mary was 12 to 14 years old. So, if you're going to make this argument, which is an argument that I would largely agree with, that there's a point where we should not be showing kids dating in media, then maybe we should take a look at your Bible. Because the argument is going to be the Bible is better. That's where they're trying to go with this. That's why Anime Exposed is produced by Little Light Studios. That's what they're trying to do. And yeah, a childhood crush is not the same thing as people fucking lusting after each other.
Yeah, when the animes have like young kids in there, then you just automatically assume that it's for kids.
No, not necessarily. And this goes for practically all shows as well. Merely having children in the show or in anything does not automatically mean that something is geared towards children. What is the purpose of the children here? Are they here to be killed for the sake of the plot? That's probably not for children. And this is, again, something that you can use across all media. Avian, yes, very good example. South Park. Every main character in South Park is a 10-year-old child. South Park is not aimed at children, nor does it pretend that it is.
But because it's an animation, the twisted storylines usually fly under the radar. But kids pick up on these themes subconsciously.
And yet pedophilia can be found across anime, as well as themes of incest, homosexuality, lesbianism, and transsexualism.
Alright, so let's go ahead and go through each of those one by one. Incest, perfectly fine with you having an issue with. 110%. We're not even going to worry about that one. And yeah, there is an issue in even some very popular anime where incestual relations are looked at not necessarily less than favorably. Take into account the flying, the season where they started flying in Sword Art Online, where I can't remember the main character's name, but his cousin was very, very attracted to him. Stuff like that. I don't have much of an issue with people holding issue with that specifically. But then you point out lesbianism and transgenderism. Can you define what's wrong with being trans or what's wrong with being lesbian? First of all, you can't control either of those things. You can't control being trans, you can't control being a lesbian. Second, can you argue who actually is hurt by an individual being trans or an individual being a lesbian? Can you point out in the Bible where it says those things are wrong? And when you're going to point them out in the Bible, please use the actual original meaning of the text, not just the current interpretation of the text per, say, like the King James Version written in 1611. At the end of the day, being trans, being gay, these things are not harmful. So holding issue with those things is completely and totally illogical, and it's based entirely on personal feeling and emotion. Having portrayal of that in media, which, mind you, happens in all media, not just anime, does not suddenly mean that something is satanic.
And it gets even more weird when original Japanese anime is changed for US viewers.
Okay, so she's pointing out here original Japanese anime changed for US viewers because these two Sailor Scouts here, in the original Japanese anime, they are lesbian lovers, but in the American translation, they take out all the suggestive scenes with the two characters and they turn them into sailors who are cousins.
In Sailor Moon, Haruka and Michiru are lesbian lovers, but in the American version, they made them cousins.
He's exactly the type who's supposed to have a pure heart and powers.
We should make sure we watch him closely then.
Leave it to me, cuz.
Okay.
But someone clearly didn't think this through because they left the scenes the same.
No, they didn't. Moreover, this scene right here, this is from Sailor Moon Crystal. This is not a scene from the original Sailor Moon. This Sailor Moon Crystal came out during a time where we largely have less of an issue with people being portrayed as gay in media. The scenes were changed and taken out in the original run of Sailor Moon that came in the American dub.
Only changing dialogue, leaving the impression that they are some sort of twisted cousin lovers.
Again, you showed clips from Sailor Moon Crystal, not from Sailor Moon the original, where your argument's trying to stem from.
Usagi, or better known as Sailor Moon, is a middle schooler who falls in love with a college student. There's even a scene of the characters engaging in sex.
Okay.
Yeah, that one's a little weird, not even gonna lie. Yeah, there's some fucked up power dynamics happening there. Then again, I'm taking the framing that you're throwing here 100%. I need to go back and watch Sailor Moon to see if that's the way.
This certainly is not kids' material.
Maybe we should pause it.
Okay, so the point that you showed them having sex, though, that isn't in the American dub. That's not shown to us. Not in the TV broadcast.
I'll get it.
Hey.
Quethom says, I thought he was in high school. Well, let's see here. Hold on. Let's check for a sec. Hold on. Tuxedo mask. Age. Wait. He's 16! Usagi's age. Usagi's 14. Wait, there's only a 2-year age difference between these two. Never mind, I can't trust the way you frame shit. I can't trust the way you frame shit. He is 2 years older. 2 fucking years. Even in the United States, we would have a Romeo and Juliet clause for that. Never mind.
Fiesta Taco Delivery, where there's a party in every bag.
Did anybody order tacos?
Tacos? No, I didn't.
Why are they just stuck on the sex scene? Also, wait, when this happens, isn't Usagi older by this point? Doesn't the timeline move forward in Sailor Moon?
Order it, but that should definitely be what we have for lunch.
Man, it looks like you guys having a watch party. That's kind of weird. Hey, this is...
So, okay, I gotta admit, the idea of somebody coming in to an awkward clip on any anime is hilarious. Like, imagine, the racial stereotype part is fucking weird, though, to be fair. But no, imagine you are watching Castlevania Season 3, and there is a war scene in Castlevania Season 3 where an A, B, and C story are taking place. In the A story, violence is happening. In the B story, 2 characters are having sex. And in the C story, 3 characters are having sex. And it's the only time in the anime where that happens. It's one time. And there's not even, like, it's not hentai, so there's no, like, penetration or anything shown. But it's a thing that happens. Now imagine, that's the one time that your parents walk in. That's fucking funny. Anyways.
It's not one of those weird fetish parties, is it?
No, it's not. You see, we're...
Hey, look, I'm not judging, just dropping off some food. This is not 66 Broad Street, is it?
No, this is 144 Narrowway.
But can we put it in order?
Oh, yeah, sure. I'll be back later.
Well, that was kind of awkward, but you know what's crazy? There are tons of reaction videos on YouTube where people don't find this scene disturbing.
Right. Because they're normal. I'm sorry, I have to throw that out there. The way that you framed their relationship was a middle schooler and a college age person, which in the United States would mean a 12 to 14-year-old dating somebody who is in their 20s, generally speaking. That's the way that was framed. However, what actually happened was the characters were 2 years apart, which is perfectly fucking normal. If you're looking at this stuff in actual context, not the dishonest way you're framing it, then we don't come to the same conclusions.
This isn't the only time that Usagi stayed overnight at her boyfriend's house.
Again, this is a scene from Sailor Moon Crystal!
You should probably go wake Chibiusa.
Let her sleep. Both of you can stay here tonight.
This is a 14-year-old and a 16-year-old. They are 2 years apart from one another. My first girlfriend when I was 15 was 17. This is what my relationship was like.
This particular storyline is even carried over into later seasons of the show. There is even a scene where Usagi's love interest, Mamoru, accidentally kisses an extremely young 5-year-old Sailor Chibi, which, how do you accidentally kiss a 5-year-old?
You just showed how!
Usagi's love
you
interest, Mamoru, accidentally...
And this is from Crystal! This is a different show! This is a completely different show! You went from Crystal to Sailor Moon Original, and you tried to say, how does that even happen? How does that happen? As you show the animation where it happens, exactly how it happens, and show that it happened completely accidentally.
Sailor Chibi, which, how do you accidentally kiss a 5-year-old?
Like that! Like the exact way you just showed! That's how! And again, you said this is a carryover from a later season in the same show! But it's not the same show! This is Sailor Moon Original!
Hey, what just happened here? You there! What do you think you're doing? Why are you hugging my Momo? Momo? Hey! Back off! Get away from my man!
Usagi becomes jealous when she thinks her boyfriend is falling in love with a grade school girl.
That's not what happened there, though. She got upset that someone else was physical with her partner, not that she thought her partner was falling in love with a literal child. You showed the scene! Oh my god. Also, this scene right here, Usagi is giving me major Yuno Gasai vibes right now. This is a woman who's going to kill everyone in a death game.
It seems like the only thing you care about lately is Chibiusa.
Again, this is from Sailor Moon Crystal, not Sailor Moon Original. And the context of this isn't falling in love, very likely.
Do you like her? Do you think she's that cute?
What? That's ridiculous. She's still in elementary school. She's just a little kid.
So what if she's little? That doesn't matter in love.
Yeah, that.
Okay, nope, never mind. I spoke too fucking soon. That is framed weird. Then again, on the other hand, there is another way to look at this. One, we need to look at how the show is portraying it. Is the show actually arguing that he's falling in love? Or is it that Usagi, who is known throughout every version of Sailor Moon to be incredibly fucking dim-witted, is she just being a dimwit right now? Because if that's the case, then she's just being a fucking dimwit. What matters is how the show is framing this. And if it's framing this as just Usagi being a dimwit, then yeah, it's kind of yikesy that she came to that conclusion. But that's not the same thing as the show trying to frame this as normal.
That's disgusting.
She's still another woman!
This twisted relationship is not the only young love to spring up. Naru, who is also aged 14, falls in love with Naphrite, who is 19.
This is disturbing. You can...
Okay. So wait, the 14-year-old person fell in love with the 19-year-old. Yeah, that would end up being a yikes relationship because of the actual power dynamics involved. But at the same time, young people get puppy love for people who they should definitely not be with all the fucking time. They get seduced by them all the time. Yeah, it's yikesy. And in fact, this particular scene here, is this character actually a villain? It's been years. I don't remember. But if this is actually going to be shown with the power dynamic the way it is, which would be very abusive, then merely having that in your media doesn't suddenly mean, oh my god, it's horrible. Again, Framing and intent of the creators matters. Kadi and Velis are saying, yes, he is a villain. Avian says, yes, he is evil. Then what we have here is a child being manipulated. Yeah, it's bad because it's a villain doing something. The show's then not portraying this as a good thing or something to be strived for. That's what ultimately matters here, not does it just show it.
You can clearly see that he towers over the little girl.
Yeah, taller people happen.
Yikers, that's not something you want your kid exposed to.
Wait, he's like a fucking foot taller than her, what? Okay, look, I understand. Okay, he said his name is Nephrite. Nephrite, hold on. Nephrite. Wait. Nephrite is not human and his age is never confirmed. They said he's 19. Where the fuck did they pull that from? Wait. No, seriously, guys, where the fuck did they pull 19 from then? If he's coded as an adult, but he's not human, and his age is never confirmed in the canon, where the fuck did they pull he's a 19-year-old from? Where is... Okay. Let's just continue.
Oh, just wait. It gets worse.
I'm sure it gets worse. Every time you said it gets worse, the framing has not been what you said it was.
Even the villains in the series are gender-bending teenagers.
And I am a gender-bent fucking person. Look at my character.
The Sailor Starlights are 3 Sailor Senshi from another star system looking for their missing princess, which lands them on Earth to find her. In their civilian forms, they are biological men who created a boy band called 3 Lights.
So it's kind of like the Spice Girls meets NSYNC?
Now that would be weird. They become female when they transform into their Sailor Senshi forms. Additionally,
they become female? Notice the phrase as well, biological male. How many times do we hear that very specific phrasing outside of fucking transphobic arguments?
Leader is clearly in love with Sailor Moon, which is super confusing to the viewer because their genders constantly change.
They wear tomboy attire and fake... This is like saying Lois Lane is in love with Superman, which is really confusing because Superman is also Clark Kent. Moreover, if Usagi's bisexual, why is that confusing? Is it, fuck it. My search history is going to be so fucking weird. My search history is going to be fucking weird. Usagi's bisexuality is expressed throughout the original manga and the anime adaptation Sailor Moon Crystal. What's confusing? She's bi! What's fucking confusing about that? How is that even mildly confusing? Guys, look, I have a question. If you're bi or pan and somebody looks pretty to you, and they're pretty as a guy, right? And then they take off their shirt and suddenly there's just like big booba there. It turns out that they were just wearing really baggy clothing and you thought they were a guy and that's on you. And they just have big booba now. And you still find them cute. What's fucking confusing? Karmig says your FBI agent will now increase his watch time over you after seeing your search history. Hello, FBI agent. Yes, I just had to look up the sexuality of an anime character to debunk a religious fundamentalist. Yes, Mr. FBI watch agent, I do live a weird life. You're right. I don't understand it at all. Wait a minute. What the fuck is going on here with her hands? Hold on. No. I need to flip this. I need to flip this to a way you guys can see this. What in the actual fuck is going on with her hands? Look. That is some Dragon Ball Super Season 1 Vegeta shit. Hold on. DBS Vegeta 2 left hands. It's this shit all over again. You guys remember this? Do you guys remember this shit from Dragon Ball Super? Please tell me you remember this shit. 2 left-handed Vegeta? We're just back here again. We got two left-handed cartoon character tells us about the evils of bisexuality. Oh my god, why is that the thing that gets to me? Foxaface says the cute femboy turned out to be a cute girl. Do they think I'm cute and we're about to do stuff? Jesus Christ. Okay, let's continue.
This sounds like something from 2020, but it came out nearly 30 years ago.
You know, the Bible has a lot to say about sexual immorality. 1 Thessalonians 4:3-5 says,
I'm sure
it is
does.
God's will that you should be sanctified, that you should avoid sexual immorality.
Okay, cool. Now can you fucking define it?
That each of you should learn to control your own body in a way that is holy and honorable.
All right, I define it now. Bisexuality is holy and honorable. Fuck like bunnies. There you go.
Not in passionate lust like the pagans who do not know God.
Bitch, the pagans know God. They know lots of them. They know more gods than you.
Man, great text, Keith. Along with all the adult-themed relationships, there are a ton of questionable messages and occult references that are very problematic for any Christian.
Okay, this is a thing that I've been seeing for ages. Okay? I'm going to eat a piece of pizza now. Do non-passionate love and sex. Only boring missionary sex, guys. Okay, look. It needs to be said. Having occult imagery does not mean shit. All that argument boils down to is you were offended by that imagery and it makes you uncomfortable. And quite frankly, if it makes you uncomfortable, then you just don't have to watch. That's all.
I'm talking about magic, sorcery, spells, and reincarnation, and
all of that's in the Bible, bitch. All of it.
even underage drinking of alcohol.
Underage drinking and underage rape are in the Bible. Do not speak from your high horse.
It's very nice to make your acquaintance. That doesn't sound right. Glad to know you? Look at them. They're not having any trouble. The book says in a situation like this, have something to drink. Here goes.
You know, the Bible is very specific not to have anything to do with witchcraft.
Yeah, because the only person allowed to perform magic in your Bible is God himself.
Deuteronomy 18:10-12, it states, "There shall not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire, or useth divination, or an observer of times, or of an enchanter, or a witch, or a charmer, or a consulter with familiar spirits, or a wizard, or a necromancer."
Well then, fuck Jesus. Most successful necromancer of all time.
"For all that do these things are an abomination to the Lord. Because of these abominations, the Lord God doth drive them out from before thee." When the Bible uses the word abomination, it literally means that God hates those things and that he would excommunicate the people if they engaged in such activities.
Cool. Then God can excommunicate the fictional Sailor Scouts from fictional heaven. And the world clapped. Hey guys, thank you for watching part 3 of the Anime Exposed episode. Part 4 is going to be coming out later today. Hopefully you're ready for all of that and that giant crapshoot to go down. With that said though, thank you very much for watching this part. Thank you very much for being a subscriber to this channel. If you are a subscriber, if you're not, maybe consider doing that. But with all things considered, I can understand if you don't want to with all of the brain hemorrhaging that I just submitted you to. But either way, thank you all for being here. Thank you for watching the videos. If you want to support my channel and what I do, you know how to do it. There's ways in the description. They've always been there. They will continue to be there. Blah, blah, blah. I'm going to stop talking, and I'm going to let you guys get to what you're going to do. See you guys later today. As always, insert end of video tagline here.